Yo, what's good? Welcome back to Two Fools in the Mic. I'm your host, Kid Brims, aka the Jersey God of Westchester, and you already know who I'm here with.
Caesar, Lil C's.
We back again, another episode,
Yes, sir.
continuing this streak. Finally, not taking so long off for y'all, man. But how y'all doing? How was y'all Sunday? Oh my God, the Amber Alert is crazy. Amber Alert is crazy.
We live, baby.
They searching. They searching for Eli Manning right there.
Eli
right
Manning,
there, now. But speaking about my guy, this past, I want to say yesterday, actually, he got benched by the Giants for their backup, the rookie Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. I just want to know how do you feel about before we get into Eli and seeing if he's a Hall of Famer or not. Seeing,
I feel like,
how do you feel about that decision?
I think it's too early to bench Eli, to be honest. They got to let it's only 2 games. They got to let Eli play at least 5 or 6 games before they make that decision. And I feel like
why 5 or 6 though?
Just to give Daniel Jones some time, a little bit more time. A little bit more time. Just that's the only reason. And maybe Eli can change it up in the next 4 games if he had that possibility. But obviously they're going into game 3 and they're already gonna put the rookie quarterback, and I think that's gonna put a lot of pressure on the rookie quarterback, and it's gonna create some tension in the locker room between, I guess, Eli Manning and I guess the rookie. But he's been getting criticized the last couple years now, Eli, about his play, but I feel like he's been with them for a minute now.
Criticized, you're actually wrong, because he went to their football camp, I think, when he was younger, in like high school, so they drafted him based off of that as well, because he's actually close with the family.
With the owners,
with the Mannings.
Who? Oh, Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
no, I'm talking about Eli Manning. I'm talking about how.
Well, because you said that there's tension between him and the rookie quarterback. That's why I said.
No, yeah. No, but I'm saying, like, he's gonna, like, there's a lot of, I guess, veterans or players on that team that I guess they're looking to win, and I feel like they have a better chance to win with Eli Manning being on the field than with a rookie quarterback.
I mean, if you
being on the field,
you want to be honest, the Giants aren't. Really,
I know they're not that good, but
winning right now.
I know, but it's only 2. Like I said, it's only 2 games. And
no, but you're saying, like, with the veterans, you're saying that they want to win, but they're not winning.
But you want to play
with New York right now.
But you want to play.
If we're being completely honest,
I know,
because
but you play to win the game.
Yeah, but you never know. The same thing happened with Drew Bledsoe. Tom Brady was the backup. Drew Bledsoe gets hurt. Tom Brady takes his job. Now he's the greatest quarterback of all time. You never know what can happen.
Yeah, you never know. But
like when the Giants drafted
Jones
in the first place, I don't know why they did that. In all honesty, I've never heard of him before.
But you said he had a relationship with Manning.
But I'm talking about, like, football wise. Like, I've never seen him. I've never seen him play. He went to Duke.
That's not even a football school.
Yeah, it's not really it's not a football school. It's more of a basketball school or anything. But I've never seen him play. Like, all the scouting reports were like they weren't that good at all. And then you had somebody like Josh Allen, who was a linebacker, who was arguably the best defensive player in the draft class. And then you don't draft him, but you draft Daniel Jones. So us Giants fans was like, huh? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you fucking the draft up and everything?
Yeah.
But then, he does well in the preseason, but that's technically expected because it's against all the backups. Second string, third string practice squad. So, do I feel bad for Eli? Yes and no. I want to say yes because, Eli has been here since day one,
05, right?
04. He's been here since 04. He actually got traded because the Chargers had the first pick. The Chargers, he wanted a big market. He wanted to play for the Giants. And Phillip Rivers back then was considered the best QB in the draft. And I forgot what pick. I know the Chargers had the first
1
pick.
and 3, right?
and the Giants had some other pick, and they ended up swapping them. Like they traded, so Eli went to the Giants, and Phillip Rivers went to the Chargers. You know, Phillip Rivers is still doing his thing with the Chargers now.
He's still killing.
Yeah, he's still killing as well.
Can't get over that hump.
Yeah, because he has no rings or anything. But then when you come to Eli, when Eli was playing, he was doing real well. Like in his prime, like he
did good. Yeah,
he was like technically unstoppable at one point because the Giants did have an amazing defense and both of those Super Bowl wins. I'm not gonna lie, they did get lucky on that one play with David Tyree, but then you gotta.
But he had some good throws too.
Yeah, he definitely. And then you gotta understand, like even with that throw, he still had Plexico wide open.
Well, he had a couple years. He definitely had
and also their offensive line was really good too, and their defense. So a lot of people that keep blaming like Eli, like I know sometimes he does make stupid throws, but at the end of the day, your O-line has to perform as well. You can't just be like, Eli, of course he throws a stupid pass. Look how much pressure he's usually under. Look at last year. He barely had time to get the ball out. I guarantee you, if Eli Manning would have had a better offensive line, he'd still be killing. Think about it. Him and Nick Foles are the only two to take down Tom Brady, and Eli did it twice.
Yeah.
He took their perfect season away from him, and that was when the Patriots had Randy Moss and Tom Brady, and Randy Moss was still in his prime too.
Yeah.
A 16-0 squad going into the Super Bowl, going against the Giants, who were like, I think they were 9-7.
I think they got in as a wild card, right?
Yeah, they got in as a wild card. They were 9-7. They beat the Buccaneers in the wild card game. Then they beat the Cowboys. Then they beat the Packers, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it was. Then they beat the Packers. And then they go facing a 16-0 team that everybody expected them to lose to, and to win 17-14. Because, technically the Miami Dolphins, the 1972 team, went 10-0 and they won the Super Bowl. But then you have, again, 16-0, still arguably considered the best team of all time, even though they didn't win the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins is still the only team in NFL history to ever have an undefeated record. It's still crazy to me that he, beat them. He won 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVP, and then, Giants fans
like, I know MVPs?
2 Super Bowl MVPs. He won both of them.
Okay.
And they're both, again, against the Patriots, So him and Nick Foles are the only 2 people to beat Tom Brady. Because if Tom Brady beats Eli both times and then Nick Foles, then Brady has 8, maybe
9.
I think it's 9
no,
rings.
He got 6
he
right
has
now?
6. He has 6 right now.
Yeah, it would have been 9.
So he would have had 9 rings. So
Dynasty.
That's not taking away from Tom Brady. I'm not saying that.
What, he's
I'm
6-3? Yeah, he's 6-3.
He's 6-3, and I'm just saying, as we see Eli not playing. I actually want to thank him for what he's done for the Giants. He's been there since 2004, and he's spent his whole career in New York. Now I think
he's gonna play again this season.
I don't know. He says he said today, in a press conference, that he'll take the role that he's given. He's very understanding. He's humble about it.
Yeah.
Which needs to happen because you can have other people in the league, they get benched and be like, no, I want to trade, I want to start, but him is just like, what, maybe I should chill.
He's being professional about it.
Yeah, he's for the team, not for himself. So,
still getting paid.
Yeah, he's still getting paid, but the main question is, do you think he belongs in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
And why? Why do you think?
No, I forgot he had won the 2 Super Bowl MVPs, so that by that. He was killing though too.
But take out the take out the rings.
Okay.
We're not talking about the rings.
Without
the rings.
Without the rings. If he had no rings,
do you believe that he is a Hall of Famer without the rings? And be honest.
He would be borderline, I would say. If he had no rings, he would be borderline.
He would be borderline.
Yeah.
I think without the rings, he still
What's his best season?
He still would be. He's actually his best season was in 2015, where he had 4,432 yards, 35 TDs, 14 interceptions, and a 93.6 QB rating. That was his best year. Now, his worst year what's his worst year? His worst year was in 2013, where he had 18 touchdowns, 27 interceptions, 3,818 passing yards, and a 69.4 QB rating. That was his worst year from 2013. But from 2013 and on, he's technically been consistent. Other than, this year, because this year just started. So other than this year, from 2014 to 2018, he's been consistent. It's just that he hasn't had a great O-line in recent years. He had Odell, who the Giants traded. He had a great wide receiver. He also, even before Odell, he had Victor Cruz. Then he had Brandon Jacobs. He had Brandon Jacobs
as a running back. Yeah.
Then he had
Ahmad Bradshaw,
Ahmad Bradshaw as well. Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah.
So
I'm
he
looking
had a
at
pretty good offense.
here.
Also, we count Sterling Shepard, Amani Toomer. Who else?
Tiki Barber.
I said Tiki Barber already. I feel like
tight end.
Toomer, Jeremy Shockey, Evan Ingram, Kevin Boss.
He was a blanket.
Yeah, it definitely was. So he had a pretty good offense, but I feel like if Eli would have a better O-line, I feel like he would definitely have more than 2 rings. I think his max would be at least he would have one more, because
3, yeah.
The Giants team that last went into the playoffs they played the Packers in Lambeau Field, which was tough. And the first drive, Eli was looking like the old Eli that I know he can be. Other than Sterling Shepard dropping passes, Odell obviously dropping passes. Now this was happening when all the Giants wide receivers went on a boat in Miami, like the weekend before, like the week before the playoff game. And, there was a lot of controversy over there and everything. So because usually when you have a playoff game, you see a lot of the stars, or a lot of players, getting ready, still training, even though if they have a day off, still doing things like that. So
he's been I'm looking at his game stats. He's been relatively healthy. So from 2005,
he hasn't really had a serious injury
to 2016.
As well, because think about it. Look,
he started all the games.
Tom Brady, serious injury. I think he tore. I forgot what he tore. He was out the whole season.
ACL, I think.
Something like that. And then
But he came back.
He's been healthy. Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Then you have someone like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was in the league for dumb long. Because they know how to go down, They know how to take hits, When they know that they don't have anything, they just go down. They don't, stand in the pocket and they get hit really bad. So that's why, their longevity in the game has been crazy. Like Peyton Manning, again, Eli, then you have Brett Favre, who's been in the game, he retired, then he came back out of retirement and was still playing, even though he was doing, he wasn't doing that bad. Let's, say that. So, you have quarterbacks like that, Drew Brees, again, even though he just recently got hurt, he's out for 6 weeks. And then Ben Roethlisberger, now he's out for the season because he needs surgery. So, and that can also merge with, Cap.
Oh, Cap.
We don't have to go on that topic because this is about Eli Manning, but we'll get into Cap in another episode. But for me personally, even without the rings, I still think Eli deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. The numbers don't lie. You see his stats. You're just basing it off of because, a lot, also hate, too, because a lot of people don't like the Giants. We don't like a lot of teams, but, Eli stupid.
I think the
media
Giants, here in New York just over-exaggerates.
It's the media.
Sometimes with Eli.
Sometimes. It's
all the time.
Bro, it's all the time. It's all the time. So, New York media is crazy.
They play in a good division, too.
Because also, if he was anywhere else doing what he was doing, it wouldn't be as bad. But since you're in New York and it's a big market, and we're in a win now, we want to win now. We don't want to be patient.
They want to win every year.
Of course, they're gonna OD. So, but if Eli was somewhere else killing, doing what he's supposed to do, he'd be considered a top QB in the NFL. Not right now, but in past years.
Past years.
I don't want to say past like 5 to 7 years. I say that, but I still believe that without the rings, that Eli is a Hall of Famer. And I don't know if you still agree, if that still changes your mind without the rings, but
without the rings, I think like I said, I think he's borderline Hall of Fame, because he's been healthy his whole career, yes, but I'm looking at these interceptions, like again, like you said, his O-line, they don't protect him, so he has to fling it.
But his career stats, he's had more touchdowns than interceptions.
Yes.
So
362 touchdowns.
Yep.
56,537 career yards.
So
241 interceptions.
Even with that, I still think.
Yeah, he's borderline. Without rings, I think he's borderline. For me, I think he's borderline.
Even me not being, if I wasn't a Giants fan, I'd still think Eli is still a Hall of Famer. So I'm not being biased or anything. I'm just letting y'all know, if I wasn't a Giants fan, I'd be saying the same thing, that Eli Manning to me still would be a Hall of Famer. I don't care.
Hall of Fame.
Hit that ass, but we're going to end it right there, man. Let us know what y'all think. If y'all think Eli Manning
is a Hall of
Famer or not. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Two Fools and a Mic Podcast. But I'm your host, Kid Brims, a.k.a. the Jersey God of Westchester, and you already know who I'm here with.
C's the Lil C's.
All right, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Deuces.